Hello, my star seeds. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. I tell every sign the same thing. Now, before we even begin this here, I wanted to make sure. Now, I want to welcome you to the Past Life series, okay, because that's what this is. And I hope that you're here, Capricorn, because you have already viewed the past life intro video regarding this reading, okay? Now, I don't want anyone having the wrong perception about the readings. And if you haven't viewed the video intro, please do so before watching this one, okay? And there's several reasons why. I want to also make sure that you have asked a question regarding your current life, that you've asked that question out loud, because vibrations are very important. If you cannot say it out loud, please focus on the question and repeat it 3 times silently, okay? But it has to be done before I turn the oracles over, okay? This past life reading provides you little keynotes of memory, and they do not go in any order at all, okay? They don't go to past, present, and future. It does not, because this particular era may have been way before this one, or this one in the middle, way before this and that. It doesn't matter. There's no order here. It's just the messages within that lifetime. And the messages themselves are for you to connect the dots. Okay? So when I go ahead and I do the readings for each lifetime, you need to connect the dots. All right, Capricorn? And with that said, I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but please do, you need to check that intro video before coming here, because there are several pieces of information there that you really should know before entering this reading, okay? So with that said, this is your beautiful card, Capricorn. I'm sure I'm trying to get it where you're not going to get so much, oh, but you will, too much lighting or whatever the heck. Well, okay. Ooh, further back maybe. It's a beautiful, beautiful card for Capricorn. So we'll leave it on this side here. And let's open up your oracles. Now, I shuffle all the cards with my gloves so that I won't transfer any of my own energy onto those cards, okay? But sometimes I'll do the readings. I can turn everything over without my gloves, but it's just that it was the last minute, so excuse my gloves. Here we go. We'll open them all up. Wow. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. Remember the word karmic, okay, Capricorn? Because it's like written all over. It's like written all over everything. You have male, female. You have monk or nun. And you have karmic relationship. Now, the oracles are telling you exactly what they are, or the topic that they are going to describe or talk about during that era, or during that lifetime rather, okay? So let's get to the first one, because it's really very interesting, very, very interesting, this whole thing. But again, remember the word karmic, because it's like written all over, all on the three oracles. Now with the male and female, now it signifies, okay, that you've lived most of your lives or lifetimes as a different gender than the one that you embody in this lifetime. Okay? Now, you may now be living as a female, while in most of your previous lifetimes, you were a male, or vice versa. Okay? In such cases, like the gender confusion and even health issues are often related to this change of gender over lifetimes. Because for most of your lifetimes, you lived as the other sex. So you may not feel, you may not feel comfortable in your own skin. Okay? So if this is your first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological issues or even experience infertility. Now, if this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to traditional masculine roles. Okay? So this oracle asks you to have compassion for yourself. Okay? As I say, love yourself as you are. Love yourself. And trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that also that your soul is the result of all of your past experiences, okay? It's just a result of your past experiences. The bottom line is to have compassion for yourself, okay? Okay, Capricorn? And it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful message. Just lovely. Now, on your next oracle, this is interesting as well. This is very interesting. It's the monk or nun. Wow. And in some cases, believe it or not, Capricorn, even though the lifetimes are way apart, way far apart, they more or less blend with each other. They blend with each other. So keep that in mind as well. Now, the monk or nun indicates, that as a result of your past lifetimes, perhaps as a monk, nun, or someone similar to that arena. Okay, you lived a life filled with isolation, also with rules that you had to follow, and spiritual devotion. And in your lifetime now, you may notice, excuse me, you may notice your tendencies to isolate yourself from others. All right, and you feel most comfortable when you're by yourself. Other people may even refer to you as a monk if they've called you a monk. It's like someone that isolates themselves, or like the Hierophant, in the tarot. And if this pattern is interfering with your relationships, you really do need to consider having some type of, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but just this is like a suggestion. Having some kind of sessions with a qualified, like a past life regressionist. They do exist, okay? Now, also, you may have taken vows as a monk or a nun that may be interfering with your relationships as well as career and more. So unless these vows are severed or cut off, they carry forward through time. So, for instance, if you took a vow of poverty, you may be struggling today with financial insecurity, okay? Because that's a vow that has not been broken, that has not been severed, it has not been cut, okay? Other past life vows could be connected to chastity, which can impact your present romantic life, or self-denial, which causes you to feel like undeserving or fearful of abundance, okay? Which should not be there. Now, often it's enough simply to, consciously bring the memories of these vows to the surface in order to release them. Then it's just a matter of clearly cutting them out, or severing them in all directions of time, because time has different directions, like the cardinal, what do you call it, the little cardinal, or on a map, where it's got east, west, north, whatever. Okay. But you can do so. You can do so by simply saying the following. Okay. Now let me get this, because I usually have it in front of me, and I remember them sometimes if they're short. But if you say aloud, okay, if you say, I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for everyone involved. Remember that when you say something like that, you say it out loud, it kind of firmly, like you mean business, but at the same time you must do it with intent, with good intent. Okay? Don't mention anybody's name. Don't mention a location. Don't mention anything like that. What you're doing is severing any vow that is at the current time interrupting your life. Okay? And it could be any vow. Remember that vows were almost sacred, centuries ago. Today, what I see is that vows no longer have that validity and strength that it had at that time. Because where people get married and they repeat their vows, and 3 or 4 years later they get divorced. So what happened to the vow? You know what I'm saying? Okay, because the vow could be for the good as well as for something that might be like a promise, or I call it a curse. But it's something that you say to yourself so that it can stand for the future, in the future. So it's very important to just, what I would do is just, because I've done it before, and I once in a while I do repeat it again. I say the other affirmation for the vow. The other affirmation is, I am willing to sever all vows that are blocking me in this lifetime. I ask that all aspects of painful vows be now and forever undone in all directions of time for everyone concerned, which is the same as the little affirmation that I just gave you. Okay? Because you are severing it from every direction. It needs to be done that way. Okay? No matter what that little vow was. Okay? Just like eliminate it. A clean slate. Okay? Very interesting, Capricorn. Very interesting. Now, this one is karmic relationship. And it's interesting because, like I said, all of these are in relations in one way or another karmically. So you definitely have a karmic situation in this lifetime. And it might be interrupting a couple of things, Like sometimes you do your best and you try to go on the right path, and you know you're going to get there, you're getting there, you're almost there, and boom, an interruption or an obstruction. Okay, and then you're wondering, like, why did that happen? I was just inches away from that success. Wow. But things change because of the lifetimes. Okay, you need to, again, as a reminder, connect the dots. Now, in the karmic relationship, we don't want to get, with all of this, we don't want to get or feel like we have stuck energies, because you want to release them. Again, you want to sever everything. Okay. So this oracle indicates that one or more of the people in your life right now are from a previous lifetime or previous lifetimes in the past. So you both ended your relationships with karmic imbalance or imbalances. It means that one or both of you are perhaps harboring old feelings that need to be healed and released. When this occurs, you'll be free from recurring destructive and toxic relationship patterns. Okay, when you release everything, again the vows. When you release everything, then that the cycle that you think you've been going on, which is slightly destructive and sometimes toxic in a relationship, that pattern will just break. It will break away. But you need to do the work, okay? Now, in some cases, this oracle will come up when there's a reunion with a beloved soul from a previous lifetime, okay? Maybe you finally reconnected with a romantic partner from your past, or a new relationship is bringing great joy, great joy to your life, okay? With healthy past life connections, you'll immediately feel a sense of comfort and familiarity. So, meaning that if you meet someone and that person has been in your past, you will feel comfortable around them, and you'll also feel as if their energy is very familiar to you. But you received this oracle in answer to a question or concern that involves a karmic relationship. So unfortunately, you can appeal to your creator, okay? I'm not kidding. Your creator or your angels for help in releasing any old or any stuck energies or emotions. You can also be guided to work with a specialist. Again, I'm going to mention it because I mentioned it before, okay? But always look for past life regression specialists, because those are the best. Or go, if you have a partner, go into relationship healing so that you can both remove any kind of karmic energy that has been with you all these lifetimes and affecting your life now. Okay? Wow, Capricorn, this was freaking deep. Shit. This was pretty deep. Now there's a excuse me, there's a twist to this. What I did was I gathered my beautiful oh, let me see what it is over here. My beautiful Under the Roses, because this is the Lenormand system, and I love the Lenormand system. Not only that, this deck I use only for relationships. Okay, I don't believe in those love readings. I mean, I'm not into that. This is strictly relationship, because one is not always in love with the partner that they're with, or one is experiencing that the partner you're with is not the one that's in love with you. So this is why I love this particular deck. So what I did was, with my gloves on, I shuffled and out popped 3 beautiful cards here. So let's turn them over. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, this is very, very nice. Ooh, some of you are holding a secret. Or you're unlocking a secret. You're unlocking a secret. Wow, Capricorn. Well, let's get here. And this is what you received is the clover. This is a positive and beautiful card. The sun. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. The sun. And wow. The key. Wow. This is really cool. Now, the clover here indicates that there's a small win. It might be monetary. Okay, so this is a small win or bonus. Some of you are going to be receiving a bonus at work. You know, so keep that in mind. Or if some of you might have, this is strictly the clover for something that's indicating small money. In other words, you're not winning the lotto. Okay, you're not winning thousands of dollars, but you are receiving a small amount of money. Okay, and there are things that are happening right now in this lifetime. By the way, this is here. All these three is for the now, and it will resonate with some and not with all. But this is like, you guys have had some hope over some situations, and good thing you have, because it's hope and luck together here. Okay, but like I said, some of you are going to be receiving some kind of bonus, some kind of money. Okay, all of this indicates it's a short term. And you have a nervous temperament, some kind of a nervous temperament, but you're open-minded though. You're very open-minded. Okay. You need to eat more greens. Definitely, the green is telling you to eat more greens. This is also the clover, because the clover is a positive, message. The clover. It's extremely positive. So keep in mind, okay, that this is also opportunities, and you may meet someone that is either a gold digger, or some of you are becoming gold diggers. But it also indicates a positive outcome and opportunity, you know. Just happy emotions and things like that, or things that are beneficial for you. Pay attention to synchronicity. Okay, it will show up. So keep an eye on that. Now this one rules Jupiter, and you are dealing with a Sagittarius. Someone in your circle is a Sagittarius that you deal with. Okay? Now let's go to the sun, because the sun is also the sun is one of the best cards to receive, really. That is just beautiful. Like a burst. Wow, it's just beautiful, the sun. But the sun indicates that you guys, Capricorn, you can beat any obstacle. Be careful about your ego, okay? Just because you may get to the point where, let's say you did get a bonus here, because you are going to get a bonus somewhere. You're going to get some money. But that you get some money, and all of a sudden you're boasting, because that's what this is all about, boasting and the ego. You're boasting about it. Be careful about that ego, man, because you don't want to bring your own self down. Okay, this is also daylight, so you guys have a job during the day and not during the evening, but a morning kind of a job, you know. It also indicates success and joy, also victory, in case you're trying to do something in the workplace, because this is a 4 here, which is stability or foundation that you're trying to build. You're trying to build some kind of foundation for yourself. So you are going to receive here, when I see it around, clarification. Some kind. This is big luck, by the way. This is the big luck. That's why I love the sun. It means big luck. But you're going to be receiving some kind of clarification about some things. Like something's going to be revealed. And you're going to feel sort of like enlightened over it. You're also going to find, a lot of you are going to find new sources of income. And your health is going to get better. Some of you have the sun here always tells you that your health is going to get better. Okay. And many of you have, well, I'm going to say it, seductive attributes. So use them. Excuse me. But again, don't, be careful about your ego. Because your ego makes you egocentric as well as selfish, and also makes you overbearing. And that, that's the opposite. You don't want that shit, okay? You want good energy. This particular card here, the sun, it connects with your solar plexus. Okay? And this is, number one, as I said, a positive card. But in number one and number two, it represents all fire signs. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So keep that in mind, okay? It's beautiful message, beautiful message. Now this one, whoa, it's fascinating. Almost mystical. Is the key. It's fascinating. Like I said, it's mystical. And of course, it's strange here that it's blending in with one another. It really is, because the sun is indicating of some kind of reveal. Something that you're going to find out about. Okay? Now, again, the key is karmic. See, you've got karmic written all over back here. So it came back again in this lifetime. So this is the now, but this is karmic. This is also, if you had a question regarding anything or anyone, the answer is yes. Because this is normally a yes card, the key. There are just a couple, very few, that are yes cards. But this is one of them. Okay? This is revealing the truth. Again, wow, this is just going one behind the other, blending in. This is some form of finding out the truth. You may meet someone that has, that you may consider a soulmate. Remember that soulmates are not, it doesn't mean that they'll be with you for the rest of your life, okay? A soulmate is just a mate at that time, and it could be somebody that will be with you for a year, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. But it's not someone that, I don't want you to think that it means that it's somebody that will be with you till the day you pass, because it doesn't happen. Now this karmic key is a karmic lesson with a life purpose. So you need to pay attention. Synchronicity, pay attention. But it also indicates success, okay? They're asking you, especially with the sun illuminating in the middle, this would be considered you. They're asking you to connect to spiritual realms, like your benevolent angels. Okay? Now, there might be some kind of major event that's going to take place for you guys. Okay? And you're going to come across a moment where you're going to, it's going to be an aha moment. You know, like, wow, this is it. Okay? You're going to come across that right there. So, because that's what the key indicates, because you're going to be revealing. Okay? And remember, I was just mentioning that if you meet someone that is supposed to be like, that you might feel that's a soulmate, you may feel as if you've met this person before. Okay? But all in all, with all of this, with the karmic, there's a discovery you're going to find out about, and it's going to be a truth discovery on both ends, because this is the middle, and it's the light is illuminating on the money, okay, and on the key on the karmic side. So things are going to be unlocked. That's what the key indicates. Much will be unlocked. And keep an eye on if there is someone that's perhaps the key player in your life. Again, synchronicity. Okay, this is like a revelation, man. Capricorn, like a revelation. Lordy, lordy. But cut those vows, man. Sever the vows so that you can go forward and have a beautiful, beautiful life. I want to thank you, Capricorn, for allowing me to entertain you for a short period of time. You guys, please take care of yourself. Love yourselves, okay? And as I always say, in case you can't read it, because it gets in the way, I guess, because Capricorn is so long. Dang. Namaste.